The Table is Yours podcast contains content that may not be suitable for some audiences, such as themes of violence, swearing, sexual language, alcohol, and death. We advise you to check the episode description for any other specific content warnings. Please, if any sequences or episodes are ever triggering or uncomfortable in any way, we ask you to take a pause from the episode or skip it entirely. It is important that our table is a safe space for everyone, including you.
The Table is Yours podcast is a role-playing adventure show where a bunch of friends around a table, and through video call, play tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons & Dragons. Together, we hope to bring the joy and fun of our game to you, wherever you are, as if you're a part of our table. For when you're sitting, creating, and playing with us, the table is yours.
Hello, and welcome to The Table is Yours, a role-playing adventure show where a bunch of friends sit around a table and through video call to play Dungeons & Dragons and other TTRPGs. I'm Con Riley. I'm your GM. My pronouns are they, them. You can follow me everywhere, at Kryles on social media. I don't know if I said that last time.
Hi, my name is Lexi. I use she, her pronouns. I play One, the human artificer, who also uses she, her pronouns. You can find me at Lexi May Help You on Be Real or Lexi May Hunter on Instagram.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I play Wash, pronouns he, him. Meet me in the streets, not in the sheets.
Hi, my name is Sydney. I play Codex Sayori, sorcerer, fighter, wild magic rune knight. I am here. Don't find me anywhere else.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I play Isabella Ballador, tiefling, paladin, bard. We use she, her pronouns.
Sup, I'm Vic. I play Terrence Astonis, the real rat. My pronouns are they, them. Terrence's are he, they.
Hey everybody, I'm Heather Lore. I play Shay Erebos. You can find me, I also forgot to say this last time, you can find me on any social media really, at Land of Lore.
And of course you can follow us anywhere at TTIYDND, which is also TTIYDND's favorite word, TTIYDND. Yes. Everywhere, follow us please. Support us on Patreon. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies. Anyone who might enjoy it. Follow us on the Instagrams, the Twitters, YouTube, where you get your podcasts.
Amazon Prime, because we're going to get a contract, baby.
We better. But with that, and with no more words to be worded, let us go into the recap of what happened last time on The Table is Yours.
What story shall be sung today? One can never know how the melody might sound. Our adventurers have already begun to pluck the strings of their story, and their combined composition is unfolding like a road before us.
Codex consoled One on the huge choice she had before her of choosing what to wish for before parting for the evening. Wash then found Codex and explained how he kissed her and had feelings for her. Codex reciprocated the feelings. Mostly, but said maybe they should take it a step at a time after the Balthazar situation was handled. After, Codex quickly chatted with Terrence about dating advice. Up in the bar, Issa, Fiara, Casimir, and I drank and tried to relieve ourselves from the tension due to discussion with everyone prior. When we asked them what they were planning to do if we had to fight Balthazar, Fiara and Casimir explained that they had procured a famed religious text called the Tome of Berengar, which was closely related to the Eventide religion and the Fair Father. They explained that in the tome there was an incantation to decimate undead with the power of radiance. But Fiara told us that they had experimented with changing some of the text of the rite to have an undead bound instead of decimated. She said they planned to use this to null Balthazar after he had been weakened in a fight. If that weren't to work, they would of course do what they must to stop Balthazar, even if that meant him or them dying to do so. After that, we split off, with myself and then Issa and Casimir going shopping. I went back to the Dark Turn to pick up my shadow gauntlets and met a man named Harrison, who was from the 9th and knew One, or Connie, as he called her, when I mentioned her. This seemed to upset him, hearing about her, and he told me to give her a message that it was all her fault. Issa went shopping with Casimir, where the two spoke about the upcoming fight, and Issa's feelings on Casimir and Fiara seemingly having a death wish going into the fight. Casimir explained that it was not a death wish, just that both he and his sister knew that their brother had to be stopped, so they would have to do whatever they could to ensure that. One found Fiara at our dining table and asked if they could speak about the wish she could make with the Lady of Want's diamond. One said she wanted to wish back her brother, explaining her plight with Fiara as she did with Codex. Fiara responded saying she did not think it was a good idea, for if the root of the problem that got Ezra killed was still around, how could one guarantee that Ezra would not be killed again? Fiara explained that was the same reason that neither she nor her brothers would wish back Ponte, since until the problem that had destroyed their home was eradicated, there would be no point. The next day, the Nematis prepped with us to go to the summit campus, with Codex explaining that she had already reached out to Balthazar and could potentially speak with him first to stop him from enacting his plan. With that, Codex led the way to the university.
So, Codex. You lead everyone southbound towards the Summit University. Any RPing that would like to be done on this travel? Yay or nay?
Shay is not going to deliver her message yet.
Smart.
Probably not a great time.
Right when Balthazar's like, I will kill you all.
It's all your fault.
I met Harrison and he said it was all your fault. I don't know what that means. Anyway.
Terrence is walking next to
No
Wash
agency.
and like trying to be like in a friendly way. I don't know. He just A, really wants to be your friend, and B, now thinks he has leverage to be your friend.
Leverage to be your friend.
What every friend says.
He has a normal understanding of what friendships are.
Right.
Terrence has a question.
Say it out loud, coward.
I'm saying it currently.
Oh, wait. I didn't. One did not say that. No, one is like looking very stressed.
Codex, are you gonna send us like a signal to say like when we should come in, or just send us a message or somebody?
No, I was just kind of banking on you guys assessing the situation and making a decision.
Bold.
Could you just send us a message maybe instead? Could you just...
Like if you need, like a distress if you need it.
But he knows
Well,
we're
he'll-
here, so I don't...
Yeah, but I feel like if I cast a spell in front of him, he'll just be like, what if I just kill you now? Like, you know, like, I think you guys can just figure out when to step in.
How about we give you a time frame?
Sure. I'm fine with whatever. I just don't know if I'm gonna be like, you know, able to shoot a message off and be like, come in now, he's stabbing me.
Oh guys, I'm dead.
Give me, I don't know, 5-10 minutes? Like, I don't know. I don't know how much he's gonna want to give. If it seems like we're just circling nothing, then...
As long as we have you in view, we should be able to assess it and decide.
Correct.
I just didn't know if you'd be taken to a secondary location or something.
Right.
Well, if he keeps it out in the open, we can at least stay nearby in the shadows.
Yeah, I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll send a message. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Excellent.
I just wanted to check. Any other discrepancies we should clarify before we go into this? Okay.
No.
Good to know.
Alrighty. So, Codex. It looks as though... So, the day that you guys are coming into the university, it does seem like a bit more dispersed, not because it's like a ghost town, but just like it looks like it's a weekend. Maybe like people aren't really like traveling around a lot. Are you guys going to advise anybody to leave?
Oh yeah, because it's still like a school day, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, since it's only been about 2 months, people are still wary because of the whole situation. Like, they know Verano's been taken care of, but I think people are still wary, right?
Summit is where Rhea goes, right?
Correct.
Can we just, like, is there anybody I recognize from the college that's, like, around? Because, like, I go here, not as a student, but, like, I hang out here.
Probably not anybody, like, you directly recognize when you're walking around, no.
I mean, there's my
Piss.
mentor and friend.
Yeah, Yelena?
Yeah, Yelena. I mean, honestly, I could go see her before we even get to, like, the big opening, just to be like, hey.
Yeah, there is probably, like, you know, like, where her, like, office is that is before, like, the plaza that is in front of the graduation hall. Because, like, right in front of the graduation hall is also, like, kind of like the, it's not a quad, but it's, like, basically, like a plaza quad.
Mm-hmm.
So there's definitely, like...
I 100% go see her, yeah.
Alright. Do you guys all follow?
Yeah, we might as well. I mean...
No.
Do I know if Dogma has classes today?
No, it's a weekend.
Oh, okay.
You also told them to leave. I don't know if
That's true. I don't know if he's here, though, because he's a fucking idiot sometimes.
Shocking.
He could be in the library, who knows?
If there's a chance, she'd probably go check.
Okay. Who's splitting to go check with Codex in the library? Who's splitting with Shay to?
I'm gonna stay with Codex.
Okay.
I'll do that as well.
Okay.
I'll go with Shay.
Yeah,
Where
science
does
team.
Fiara go?
Fiara's gonna go Shay.
Okay, I follow.
Because it probably makes more sense if you're talking to a number.
Absolutely.
Fiara probably say, like, not that it doesn't matter, of course it does, but if I can provide backup of, like, yeah, this is serious.
Absolutely. I think she'd actually love getting to see you.
All right, so one, Shay, and Terrence and Fiara one way, Casimir, Wash, Issa, and Codex the other way.
Love it.
Codex, just roll an investigation check for me and hold on to the roll. I'll get to you in a second. You guys go in to see Professor Thearis or Zuna or Yelena. So yeah, you guys walk into her office and she's probably just like, looks like she's probably just getting in for the day because it's the weekend, so she doesn't have to come in early. She's like, I'm just coming.
Hello, dear friend.
Oh, Shay. And you see that for everybody except Fiara, you see that familiar blonde elf with kind of rounder glasses and just like kind of nice robes. What are you doing here? There's a lot we should catch up on. I heard a lot of things have happened.
Yes, and I would love to catch you up on another day.
Okay.
But I do think right now you might want to go home and tell anyone else who might be in this general vicinity to go as well.
Why? And probably as she's saying that is when Fiara probably comes in last. And she like bows to Fiara. Lady Tomato, what's going on?
Lots of details. And I can catch you up over some tea on another day. But trust me when I say you don't want to be here, and this is not going to be a safe place for a while.
I'll let the dean know.
Thank you.
Thank you. She kind of like comes up to you really close and like kind of clasps your hands as you feel like her slip something into your hands. Be safe. Lovely to meet you and the others. As she kind of like wanders out.
Till next time.
Till next time. Tea. And she walks out. If you look, you see what looks like a small little vial of a red potion. You're assuming it must be some type of like health potion. Codex, what'd you get?
I got a 14. I'm looking for Dogma, Rhea, or Ruluth.
So you don't see Rhea, Dogma, or Luth. However, you do see Professor Fassilor. He's probably just like attending to some books and probably like writing down notes and then putting them back into their shelves, maybe doing some studying on.
She is going to like hustle over there. Professor Fassilor. Hey, is Rhea or anyone on campus right now?
Codex Nala, what are you doing here? What's going on? And who
I'm just doing my job, checking in, adventuring stuff.
Yeah, Dogma told me a bit about it. I'm sorry. What did you say? You talk very fast.
No, it's okay. Is Rhea or Ruluth or Dogma, are they on campus?
No, last I heard they were going down to the 4th precinct to visit.
Don't tell me where they are. As long as they're not here. You should go home. And you should send as many students and teachers and whatever you can home as soon as possible.
Why? What's happening?
A lot of bad shit might go down, and we're gonna try and stop it. And she like looks back at the rest of the group. We're gonna try and stop it, but I don't know if that's possible. So just get out of the area.
Should I inform the Volgard?
No. I think we got it.
Roll a persuasion check.
Professor, please. You know me.
He's a narc, and I hate him. I have my own.
It's a nat 20 for a 28.
Are you safe?
Yes.
Okay. I can't.
I have my adventuring party. This is only like some of them.
And
Yes, the Fated Fates. I
and-
heard a bit about you from what happened in Dogma, of course. Well, I can't guarantee that the law enforcement will not come if something is to happen, but I will heed your advice and do as you say.
Yeah. If it is helpful at all in just keeping people out, this is like, it's really important. She kind of like looks over at Issa like, technically this is kind of official business.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we're just doing what our patron told us to do, so I'm sorry. I'm Issa. I walk over, I reach out my hand.
He shakes it, confused.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really the leader, but yeah, we have an assignment from our patron, and we're here to do it. And it would be best if people left campus because it's going to be very dangerous.
He starts to like nod his head as you're going on, like very confused and like right before You see he has this bracelet on his left hand that starts to kind of arcanically make it not a huge alarm, but just this little alarm as there seems to be arcanic script that kind of comes out. Well, it looks like someone's already informed all the students. This is a campus-wide emergency to leave. Yeah, so that kind of appears as he starts to shuffle out, and you do see through the windows of the library looking outside, you see as it looks like students are gathering or walking from the way you came outside.
Wait, Professor Fessler? And she kind of runs over and she's like, can you just give this to Rhea? And she gives him a really tight hug, and then she lets go and she's like, and tell her and Verluth and Dogma, tell them I believe in them and we got this. And then she's gonna turn hustle back to the group.
Be careful, Codex, Mona.
I always am.
All right, after probably 30 minutes of getting people out, you guys probably regroup before right before the plaza. Codex. Actually, everybody, roll perception. All right, we're gonna go this way and around. Shay.
19.
Terrence.
1.
Issa.
Well, technically,
My passive's higher, but 14.
Noted. Codex.
I'm scared because I'm rolling really well right now. I got an 18.
Wash.
I got that one.
Stop looking at Codex. 1. 10. Okay, well then when you guys all walk in, you walk into this large plaza. It has a very large fountain right near its entrance of this, right before the graduation hall. And you all remember this is kind of where you came in for the first time. This is where the graduation hall is on the other side of this plaza. There's a large fountain that has little tiny fountains on it. It's a circular that has little tiny fountains that are on either side of it. Probably 4 tinier ones that corners the circular fountain, if that makes sense. Benches here or there lined about, as well as bins used for trash disposal. On the closer side to the graduation hall itself, there is a large statue that beneath it is a dial. So it's supposed to be the statue is the I don't know the right word for it, but it's supposed to be the marker for a sundial. And it looks like a taller man and a young child next to him, almost very similar to Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse. But it's an older man and a younger child. For people who would know, these are the Barts. This is Theobald Bart and his grandson, Berengar Bart. Both people who are very, religious, fair father, Eventide Church people of note.
As we're heading to this place, is this, where, logically, I would be I'm gonna go on ahead?
Probably, but before you go fully through, what you do see is Balthazar standing at the top of on top of the roof of the graduation hall, and next to him is a white blood beast. I think the head of this creature is right at hand height for him if his hands are down, and he is staring you down, Codex. He sees all of you probably. Codex and Shay, you notice beneath the shade of larger trees that are in because there's buildings that lead up to this on the rooftops, but beneath the shade of trees that go above these smaller buildings that aren't the graduation hall, you do see in total 7 vampire spawns. You see Bryson, Celia, and Cranar. No Valentine. You don't know where Valentine is. And then the 4 string quartet vampires before, but just 4 run-of-the-mill other ones. You see them kind of nestled on either side around under shade.
This would be the point where I would be okay, I'm gonna go by myself.
She's gonna give you a hug before you go.
She kind of she gives you the side hug back, and she's like, I got this. And then she kind of straightens her shoulders and doesn't even look back at anyone. She just starts kind of walking, and she's gonna walk straight towards Balthazar and not look at the other vampires at all.
Gotcha.
2 daggers appear in Shay's hands. So some shadows kind of build smoky out of Shay's tattoos and through the gauntlets, and then all of a sudden a dagger appears in each of her hands from the smoke.
I was just going to start chain smoking.
That's where the smoke comes from.
thanks for the knife.
Yeah, ooh, perfect.
Terrence coughs obnoxiously. No, I'm kidding. That's horrible for your body as he's drinking the snow. His literal poison.
Yeah. As Codex is walking, I'm just gonna kind of nod in the general direction of where all the vampires are in the shadows, exactly in the general direction. Just to kind of help everyone clock where they are.
Yeah, once Shay does that, you'll notice them.
I think Wash just hasn't
notice them at all and is just like burning eyes in the back of Codex's back.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Also, by this point, when you guys walked forward enough, I think I should have said this before, but the de Marte has probably hung back.
She'll take her relative time. She's not in any rush to get over there, but it's it's probably a pretty confident walk from what you've seen of her heading into any kind of combat. And she doesn't have any weapons out, but she just kind of walk, and eventually she'll stop relatively close to the building that he's at and just kind of like look up at him.
Balthazar kind of just stands there, just kind of like looks down, and then you kind of watch as like in a cloud of mist, he kind of right in front of you.
She just takes like a deep breath and kind of like squares her shoulders a little bit.
So, are we open to talk?
That's what I'm here for.
Good, because I'd like to enact this plan now, so it'd be helpful if I had people on my side.
She kind of like turns and like takes and like looks at probably Celia and like shoots a glare at her.
She probably has like this like sick smile on her face, so she's like looking down at you and kind of like just probably like cocking her head to side every so often, in an almost like playfully disturbing way.
She kind of like, as she looks back at Balthazar, she kind of like rolls her eyes. And she's like, I see you didn't bring all of your servants.
One did not have did not see the potential we had, so we have parted ways. You watch him kind of like rub his wrist that seems to have like a little bit of a bruise on it.
What is the potential of this? What's the end goal? Is it power? Is it control? What is this going to bring you?
Revenge.
Revenge for what? The fall of your city? The death of your parents?
You could say those two things, yes.
But is that really it? I could say it, but I want to hear you say it.
The fall of Zabrari as we know it.
And is that how you fix things? Because that's what you said when we were back in the manor, that you're going to fix things.
What best way to clean up dust than sweep it up and throw it away?
And what comes after that? Are you going to be king of the dustbin?
I guess if I have to. I've kind of come to a point, Codex, where I'm resigned in my state. I'll get my anger out, I'll get my vengeance out, and then if someone wants to stop me, he kind of opens up both hands, then they can stop me. At least that way I know anything that is as vile as the city will be taken care of. That is fixing. If I've learned anything in my 300 years of, if you call this living, this place is past saving.
So you had 300 years to stew on all of this, and your best plan is to just burn it down and start over.
I never said start over.
What do you gain from all of this, then? If you're just gonna get your anger out, you're gonna have your tantrum, and then you'll be left with nothing? You have the power of a wish in your hands, and your goal is to just get angry, get revenge, and then have nothing left.
There will be something. Those who will see as I see. Maybe we can make better.
What, your 7 little vampire friends here? They don't seem like the best company, Balthazar.
She's so fancy, I love it.
What is your plan, Codex?
I don't have a plan.
I never said I was good. I just said I was right.
And it's your choice to be both of those things.
True.
You're acting like you don't have any control over being angry. I'm angry. People back there are angry, and she points to like the party like super far away. Everybody has something to be angry about, and I get it. There's not an equivalence here. Your family suffered, and that fucking sucks. But you're choosing all of this. And when you're like, I don't choose to be evil, I'm making these choices, I don't feel anything about it. Is that true? You don't feel anything?
Codex, when you look around at all of this, and I don't mean this physical event that's happening currently, I mean all of this, how does it make you feel? You're from a place, a very sorry place. I know you're from the poor parts of the Fourth. Don't you get angry of how horrible it is? Don't you get upset? Don't you wish things could be changed? Well, believe me when I say 300 years and I found out nothing can be changed. Well, without drastic measures. This city is rotted. These sectors The dust's already waiting to crumble. I'm just speeding up the process. Ending long-term suffering if I can.
I'm sorry. I don't see the same thing that you do. I see there is corruption in the city, and I see it every day, but...
You think it's just the city? Wow. Never before did I think you were that small-minded, Codex. I'm talking about Zabraria as a whole. But I know, and he probably pokes your head. Oh, you people of the Berg can never see past your walls of stone. That's all you care about. Zabraria is past saving. To me. That's where I stand. If you want to be the savior of Zabraria, good luck to you. I give you one last choice. Join to raise it all and build something better? Or choose to save it and fail?
What would my role in your plan be?
If you so wish, you can be a... He chuckles a bit. You can be a bystander and watch everything just happen. It's not like the people of the Berg haven't done that before.
That's not really my style.
So you're choosing to save it, then?
You're not giving me much of another choice.
I suppose I'm not. Would you rather save it? Or try to? Or fix it?
I just can't see it being fixed the way that you're trying to fix it.
And I can't see it being saved. So I guess one of us will have to prove the other wrong.
I guess so.
Kraina. And you watch as he kind of smokes back up. It's always a red smoke, a red mist, as he goes back to the top of the roof next to Cypress, his blood beast. You watch as Kranar kind of just quickly looks down at you with this kind of sickly smile as well, and he just snaps his fingers and says, "Hello, enemy." As all of these rats appear around you. Roll initiative.
This man is rats.
You guys are in total. All of you are about 170 feet from Codex.
Oh, Lord.
You'll get here eventually. You'll get here eventually, I believe.
25 to 20.
22.
I got a 19.
20 to 15, so 19 for Shay.
Yeah.
18.
15 to 10.
11.
Is everybody in?
Nope.
10 to 5.
7. I'm like, yay, advantage on my initiative rolls.
Yay.
Well,
You watch as 3 rats pop around you, Codex, so not a lot. Codex, I'll give you a reaction if you so wish. Everyone else is a little too far. As Balthazar goes back up there, you watch as from Cypress, the blood beast, you watch her long tail kind of wrap out, and you see the chalice appears as he grabs the chalice and starts to incant something, and you see it start to glow as he begins his wish. I'd like to cover the sun with blood. He wishes that, and then you watch as from the chalice there's this red explosion that doesn't it's more of just an effect, but you kind of see as it goes all the way out from your vision, all the way to the sides of your vision and out. As you look up and you see the sun starts to melt, almost like a Dali painting. You watch as the sun starts to melt, and it looks like it drips. And when it drips, you see at a point in the sky, dots start to appear. As it looks like the sun's bleeding. When it hits the top, they turn into these red dots that then start to roll down and cover like a dome. You assume all of Zabraria. And when that happens, it'll make everything everywhere all at once. Everything in the area around you becomes dark. Because you can still kind of see it, but it has no light that comes through. If you look up, you'll see the light over the thing, but it doesn't.
The shape of the sun,
yes,
as opposed to
but it doesn't make light that permeates through this dome. Yeah, I'll say it's this red tint over everywhere. As you feel the rumble, you start to hear this like echo of noise as further back you can see approaching this area specifically, but probably also from the noise it's kind of like reverberating everywhere. You assume this is happening at all places, not just conglomerating here. The noise of groans of the undead. And if you all that are not Codex look back, you will see, I will give you this, you do see their eyes light in the dark as you see what looks like an army of undead approaching.
Great.
And you assume
Love
it's probably
that.
everywhere too. Everywhere all at once.
Yes.
Quick, let's run to a cabin.
All right. I also need to roll initiative. I forgot I play this game. All right, that's a lot of people in this fight that I've rolled for. So yeah. Woo. All right. Codex. So you have 3 rats flanking you. Balthazar is up on the rooftop. He has Bryson by him. Kranar is flanking you on one of the other roofs, and then a little bit behind you flanking you are 2 vampires, and then 2 vampires with Celia.
Is this my reaction round, or is this my turn?
I'll give you a reaction to when Balthazar was
being dramatic.
Listing.
Yeah.
For my reaction, can I cast a cantrip that is not a reaction spell? It's an action spell.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is this just like okay? I'm gonna cast Firebolt at the nearest tree to set it on fire.
Roll to hit.
21 to
Yeah,
hit.
that'll hit.
It does damage at flammable objects hit ignite if not being worn or carried. So.
Gotcha. All right, that tree is now on fire, so that is going to put probably, I would say,
Decent amount of light.
yeah, a decent amount of light in that
Little
area.
torches.
Yeah.
And hopefully causing shadows.
Yeah, baby.
All right, so Codex, around you you are within the dim light because the tree has a large area, but you are in the dim light area that shows you 2 vampires, Bryson, Balthazar, and Cypress, as well as the 3 rats, of course, that are flanking you. And then top of the round.
Oh shit! All right, great. She takes in the fact that she's surrounded and she can't see that well, and she's like, "Oh shit!" and just like whips her hand out to the side and like a probably like some kind of like a falcon made of like pink fire just flies at the tree, and as it lands, it just kind of explodes into fire and like wraps the whole tree in pink fire that then twists into like natural burning colors.
All right, top of the round.
She after she kind of like casts that and sets the tree on fire just so she can see a little bit. She like takes in the fact that she's very alone here. She's going to pull out her parry dagger and her short sword and kind of just like flip them so they're comfortable in her hands. Look at the rats and then take the disengage action and run away.
Yeah.
Sure. Where are you running to?
She's actually before I even take the disengage action, I'm a liar. I'm going to rabbit hop the fuck out of there. Because I don't provoke opportunity attacks. So I'm going to jump 15 feet away from the rats towards the homies.
You're still in the dim light, but close to the edge.
Yeah, she probably just springboard, does a backflip over the rats, and then lands, and then just takes the dash action to go back towards wherever the friends were before everything got very dark.
Gotcha.
So I'll have 60 feet of go.
Gotcha. So you are now you're back in that dark, red dark, everything around you.
Yeah.
You're just running back the direction. You can't necessarily see your friends yet.
That's fine. I just want to get as far towards them as I can.
Alrighty. Wash.
I'm just gonna dash action towards where Codex was.
Alrighty. Shay.
I am going to use a bonus action to dash. My daggers are going to dissipate as I start the run, and then out of shadow again, or out of smoke again, a bow appears in left hand, just pulls it back and aims towards our... Did any of the vampires move?
Nope, they're also there.
Okay, I'm gonna just target Celia.
Celia? Gotcha.
Yeah. And it is 25.
It'll be a disadvantage.
Aha. It's
Chance
even
dark
better.
Doesn't matter. It's
25.
dim light.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Would it be a double disadvantage because it's out of range? Because what's your range?
80 feet minimum to 320 max.
Yeah, she's 100 feet away.
What's a mod 20 then? Double
Mod 20.
disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit.
I'm
6.
just gonna roll one.
Yeah, smart. That is 6 damage.
6 damage.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you kind of like quick run up behind Wash and then knock your bow or knock your arrow to then try to hit Celia, which is a little hard because like with all the red, it's just like kind of clouding your eye. But you breathe and steady, and then you let loose. as like Celia doesn't even really notice before when she turns when it comes, it like probably like grazes across her shoulder, and she kind of, oh, so affecting. You'll hear Fiora say, "We're gonna head for the sundial. Get there." And you see as they both kind of like almost like in this like flowing way, they like dash in front of most of you. They go 100 feet when they dash.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Their blood beasts, Israel and Tower, follow behind, but they're not exactly as fast as the other two.
Goddamn.
Mm-hmm.
Codex, Fiora, and Kaz will make it exactly to you. As Fiora and Kaz both like almost like it's like they make the Naruto pose and they just go like they glide past. Probably Cower and Israel are gonna go right next to you guys. Wash and Shay, because you guys are 5 feet from each other. You're a little bit behind him, and because he was a little bit forward looking at Codex. So you guys are literally flanking each other at 5 feet. They will also both flank you just to have protection.
Great.
But Codex, as you're running at a point, Fiora will grab you by the shoulders and be like, just keep running back with the others. And then she's kind of push you behind her as her and Kaz continue going. Issa.
Yeah, I'll just take the dash action, meet up with Wash and Shay.
All right. Yeah, you will be right between Shay and Israel, and right in front of you is Wash. It is Balthazar's turn. Balthazar is gonna like, as you like kind of blow up the tree and then run, Balthazar is just gonna like look over at the tree, and you watch as he immediately snuffs it out. With gusto.
What a bitch. Plenty more fire where that came from. Boy, it's a cantrip.
Alrighty, and he's just gonna stand atop the roof. That's his turn. 1.
Alrighty then. The first thing I'm going to do as my bonus action, I'm going to activate my radiant weapon, which is my bayonet on my rifle.
Gotcha.
So, like, the first thing you see, one takes her rifle and kind of like stomps it on the ground as the bayonet just starts to emanate this like almost holy light. It looks like to it. So she was like,
Does it have a light?
it does.
How far?
30 feet of bright light, 30 feet of regular light.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, is that an action, bonus action? Or is that...
That's a bonus action.
It's actually
Alright,
that's my bonus
Wash
action.
is the bayonet.
I get to do that 4 times a day.
Gotcha. Alright.
And then the second thing I do I see Fiora and them like kind of pass by?
They would pass by before the light was snuffed out, so you saw them go, but then it got dark again, which is probably why you were prompted to. Because you see the light all 200 feet away, and then it like you just watch the Balthazar goes and just snuffs it out.
Alrighty.
Saving some of the tree actually because he's an environmentalist.
Right.
Bitch.
Right.
I'm a Balthazar apologist.
No.
What a good guy. What a good guy.
Yeah, so she gets the light back up, takes a deep breath, and says, I wish for all of Zubaria to feel all the joy the light can bring. Or the sun can bring.
You're doing it now.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna add. That was one of the things I was thinking, like, before this fight
If she starts to
started.
wish, I'll let you interrupt her.
Like, are you, like, would you say you're, like, holding out your hand to, like, look
Yeah.
at the ring?
I'm like,
Terrence, if he's standing next to you, he's gonna, like, grab your hand and be like, give it a second. Let's do some damage first.
I trust you.
I don't know if you forget, but Fiora said if you do now, he'll run.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like it, but I like it that, like, you're, like,
Yeah,
overwhelmed
I'm
by
like-
everything that happens, and I'm like,
She got like, you can, like, for the first time, like, you can see kind of like probably into her mask.
I cannot, it is so dark. Oh no, you lit up, okay.
Yeah, probably because of the light, this is like the first time you can kind of see into her, and she is like looking at you with like the most like, I trust you so much in this moment.
Let's kick ass.
Yeah, so Terrence stops you. Codex at that point too, like the light behind you goes out. Fiara's like holding your shoulders, just be like, you're gonna be fine, and pushing you behind her. And then you kind of see as this kind of like ding, as light kind of appears. You see it appearing from one in the distance, and the dim light does shine a light on your friends. You see Wash, Issa, Shay, as well as the 2 blood beasts for Fiora and Casimir in your sight now. They are right at the edge of that light.
Okay.
Yeah, you give me that like fist bump, and I say, target Balthazar, the rest are scum.
I can't get him. Wait.
Alrighty, so next we have the rats.
Rats. They are the rats. Bringing it back to the rats. Let's bring it back to basics.
The big bad is just a giant rat.
It's the Rat King.
Codex, you do hear like the like snarling and gnashing of the rats in the background. If you take a quick glance behind you, you do see like shadows moving closer towards you, and probably like whiffs of tails and such. They are coming close. The vampires' turns. For Shay, Issa, and Wash, you watch as it looks like the unnamed vampires that you don't know, they seem to like stay in the same vicinity of Balthazar as you watch Celia, Bryson, and Cranar all like kind of like lock eyes to you three and down to get towards you. Cranar and Bryson are a little bit further back. Celia is on the edge of the roof that she was on closest to Shay, as she is going to try to hit you.
Command me,
The
bitch.
string quartet is just playing battle music.
I know, that's what I was thinking. They're back there with bongos.
Yeah.
You kind of watch as Celia kind of like says, "Fun and games all until you die," as you see like this purple kind of like sickly black and purple like Eldritch Blast appears in your hands, and then she points it at Shay to hit. Will a 18 hit you?
It will, but I'm gonna reaction uncanny dodge.
Gotcha. Alrighty, that'll be in total. That'll be 15 force damage, but you will only take 7
Got
as
it.
you then get pushed back 10 feet.
I think as I still have my bow up, I'm still looking at her and I see her dash, and then it's the center of her sternum, like right below her stone, and throws it back, and she does the same exact like sickly smile that Celia did.
Got it. All right.
I like this rivalry.
You look as like for the two of you, you see Cranar kind of like look towards the rats that are close to him. They're not very far from him, and he just says, "Feast." And you watch as the rats like pop out of existence.
I hate him. I don't like that one.
Don't like it.
He's my best friend. What are you talking about?
That's my best friend.
At a moment in the woods.
Yeah.
Trainer, come on.
And then, in an exact moment, you watch as the 3 rats in the dim light appear around Shay, Issa, and Wash. Each one's going to hit you.
Oh.
I am immediately going to check hook.
Okay.
Excellent.
Am I at disadvantage?
No, because you're in dim light.
Okay.
You're welcome.
12?
That will miss as it hits you for a natural 20.
Oh,
It'll
God
hit.
damn it.
It'll hit Issa for a 22,
Well, yeah.
and then Shay for a 17.
22.
Meets it, beats it.
Meets a pizza. Okay. You watch as they both kind of the 3 of them kind of like appear, and you watch as they all kind of like their necks crack and their jaw opens as they then like launch towards your necks. Wash. That'll be 21 piercing.
Are you sure this is a balanced fight?
It's not. I never do about.
You know, I asked Combat last night. They did not answer.
Issa,
Yeah.
8 damage.
Nice. Balanced for me.
Is balanced for me?
5, 2, 7, 10. 10 piercing. Shay. All right, that is Levamp's turns. Terrence.
Bam.
You're gonna put more light in the light that's already there? That's fine.
I'm gonna move. Like,
Are you gonna attach it to you at all?
yeah, I was gonna say, he's gonna like hook it. If it's anything like this lamp that I have here, it has like a little hook.
That's your bonus action.
Yeah. To just say bam, or to tie it to myself. There are only 2 things I was going to do this round.
I'd say because your free action can say it, right?
Yeah.
Oh well, I don't know. Well, yeah, I'd say that activation word would have to be like a free action. But if your free action, you're also interacting with an object is a free action, so that means that the next one would say it has to be a bonus action.
Gotcha. So yeah, it's just gonna be like hooked on his belt.
Okay.
There's probably like a carabiner or something.
Right.
That he attaches to it, so it
Little
doesn't get like.
thing, little jiggly thing.
And then he's gonna use his full action to pop out 2 serums.
Noted.
Woo!
And then are you gonna move it? Are you gonna move it all?
Alright.
Yes, I'm going to move.
Just your full distance?
Yeah, I'm gonna move. It's 40 feet just to meet up with the conglomerate.
Gotcha. You would be in dim light, but because you said bam, you now have your own torchlight that's out.
Yeah.
You're about 10 feet from Shay. She's like right in front of you being attacked by a rat.
So it probably goes in the order of like him hooking it to his belt, bam, and then taking his 2 serums and like
Pow! No, just kidding.
because he's taking 2 at once to initiate it. Like he's never done that before. Like he's taken 2 at once like after it, but it's almost like you blink and he's Terry. Like it is such a like quick like build up that like it's because it's 2 immediately into the rage. So it is going to be like there's less of like the like jolting of his arms and legs. It's just like like immediate buildup, and he's gonna like crack his neck and just start booking and like stare down and book it towards everyone else.
Gotcha. Alrighty.
Probably yell like "Ah!"
From behind you, one, you do hear what sounds like the undead army approaching, as well as you start to hear orders from you're assuming must be Volgard.
Great.
Top of the round.
Ew, why are they here?
They're what? Okay, do you not want help? Do you
I
want
mean, I do want help. I'm
Yeah,
just
I'll
kidding.
take the help.
Yeah, okay, they leave. They go,
I want
okay,
help.
he doesn't want our help, so we're gonna leave.
You know what? Just kidding.
AFAB.
All Volgards are bastards? Yeah, true.
I'll take their help, but
Alright, so, top of the round, Codex.
How about does everybody look in their cluster? I know people just got hit.
Yeah, none of us look great.
I look fine.
I say Wash probably got hit the most, but I did get hit twice.
true.
That was almost a third of my health.
Damn. Yeah.
As Terry gets there with the light and kind of like lights up my world, I can finally like assess and see. She's going to keep moving, but as she moves, she's going to cast something. And basically she has Warcaster, so she's figured out a way to do like the hand gestures for spells just while holding her swords. Hello Naruto fans. But so she does she basically does the symbols and she speaks a word that it sounds like her voice entwined with just like some weird like guttural animal growl as she says wither. And she clinks her sword off the ground, and this like energy surges from her hand into the ground, and like it looks like a thorned vine weaves through the ground and hits the center of the area around the cluster of rats and all of my homies that are there. It's a 20-foot sphere. I would like to hit all of the rats and get at least Wash in that area.
Is this Wither and Bloom?
Yes.
How far is it? Sorry, how far can you cast it?
I have 60 feet, but its effect is a 20-foot diameter, 10-foot radius sphere.
10-foot radius? Yes, it'll hit everybody but Terrence.
Incredible. Every enemy in that area has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Baby, you light up.
Yes, exactly.
That is a 7, a 3, and a 15.
They all fail.
Wow.
So all of them, and I'm assuming they might have resistance to this, but it's fine. They're all going to take 9 necrotic damage, as all of the vegetation that's in that area just withers and turns to like ash. And all of the energy that is sapped from these rats, kind of like the vines kind of like converge into one spot and they form this flower, and as the flower opens up, energy hits Wash. And it's going to heal you. You can use 1 hit die to heal yourself, and you're also going to gain my spellcasting ability modifier, so 8 plus whatever you roll.
Nice.
Yeah, so you watch as there is a tree that's right by one of these fountains, because you guys are really close to the fountain right now. You watch as like from the mulch that it's planted in, you watch as like vines kind of crawl out of it and affect these rats and Wash that way.
Awesome.
How much damage do they take?
9 necrotic damage.
9, okay.
How much did you heal?
I healed 15.
Woohoo!
Let's go.
Get it.
Almost all of your.
Yeah, almost.
No, it was a not crit.
And that was a 2nd level spell.
Alright, tell me what happens with the rats.
To all of them?
Yeah, there's 3. Listen, I'm going to say this right now, and no one can meta this because you don't. No one except maybe Codex knows this right now. The rats are from Cranar.
Yeah, like I described, like these vines, the vine kind of like snakes through the cobblestone, and it's just like a hot pink. It doesn't even look like it's interacting with the ground, and it like phases through, and it just spears up like 3 twines spear up through the ground into these rats, and then rip them down. And as they get ripped into the ground, they just dissipate, and then that energy kind of surges out and goes over Wash. And when your wounds heal, it's like runes kind of form and then seal them up.
Aww.
It's similar to when she healed herself that one time with her own thing.
Do they like disintegrate? What happens to them?
That's what I said. They like get ripped in and they just kind of like explode.
Yeah, so like you kind of watch as they like kind of get infected as they just explode. And when they explode. You are like probably all bracing the front of getting viscera thrown all at you as it just is like ash hits your face.
Oh, my eyes.
Are you running up to them?
I was on my way there. So after that spell happens, so there's an order of operations here. I said I was moving as I was casting it. I probably get about 10 feet as I cast it. That is a 2nd level spell, and I do Wild Magic Surge. I rolled a 6. The counter was at 7.
Oh my.
Do you want me to roll or do you want to roll?
I rolled a 53. I just rolled it because I know you got a lot going on with all the enemies and everything.
Yeah, that's fine.
So as that spell goes off and like Wash heals, she's like on her way there, and like it's probably like the vines kind of start twisting back to like go back to her, and she like reabsorbs the energy. And as it hits her, there's like this snapping sound as like just a shockwave like explodes out, and all windows and doors within 60 feet fly open.
So to Codex's left and people in that conglomeration's right, you see the two buildings that are on that side. Just those two are affected because that's how close it is, and the other ones are too far away. You watch as the building that Celia's on and the one like in front of her or directly to your right in the conglomeration, it's just like, and probably Celia's like, she kind of probably shakes and looks down at what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, she probably like almost trips herself up when that like snap happens, and then
I'll deck save. Let's see if she does.
Oh,
that's cock.
That's a con.
That's an extra 20, so no, she's fine. Damn it, I never roll on this one because it's opaque. I only keep it because it matches the D100.
I only keep you here because you're pretty.
Yeah. You look at Celia, almost like trips off, but she kind of like catches herself, and like now you see like as she was focused on Shay, she's kind of like scanning over to where the fuck that came from, as she probably sees the like lightning kind of, you know, like almost like retract back into you.
Mm-hmm. I'm not even gonna look at her. I'm going to move my remaining 20 feet to get as close as I can to the homies, and then I think that's my turn. I don't really have a bonus action I want to do right now.
Gotcha. You get just to the edge of the dim light rim of Terrence's lamp.
Cool.
The closest person to you is Wash. He's about 10 feet. And then everyone is behind.
Yeah, as she gets up, she's like, "You good?"
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, Wash. Yeah, the only things you see are you see Fiara and Kaz running forward, which those are kind of your only anchors of where to go if you want to follow them. And you see Celia at the top of that roof. Everything else is dark.
I'm gonna keep moving forward.
Okay, are you dashing?
No. Now, since Codex is close enough, I'm not gonna be dead sprinting.
So how far are you going?
30 feet.
30 feet? All right. You're kind of rushing behind Casimir directly, and at that point you'll see you'll still see Celia by your side on the rooftop, and you'll see Craner on the plaza floor, as well as you see Bryson, who's like straddling the top of like very gargoyle vampire style, straddling the top of that statue that marks the huge sundial. He's like right in front of you. Craner's more diagonal from you.
Are either of them within 30 feet of me?
No.
Damn.
The closest thing to you is Celia. She's 30 feet. Well, she's 30 feet and then up, so more, because Mr. Pythagoras.
So I'm going to, if any hostile enemy comes within 30 feet of me, I'm going to do Throw the Gauntlet, which is essentially casting Compelled Duel.
Yes. Excellent.
Fuck yeah.
Noted. Alrighty. We are now at Shay.
Alrighty, so we can only see Celia, yeah?
Yes, you can only see Celia, and then you see Casimir and Fiara and Wash ahead, as well as the rest of the conglomeration.
I'm gonna shoot at her again.
Noted.
Nat 20!
Let's go!
Damage?
Yeah.
That's max damage.
Nice.
Oh my god.
So that's 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage. Alrighty.
I think after she got pushed back, moved up as far as she could to get a better aim at her. I think along with all of that, there's not the green flash in her eyes, but there's definitely like smoke tendrils kind of raised from her tattoos again as she just focuses dead on probably heart, directly towards Celia's heart, and lets it loose. I want to bonus action kind of duck behind a tree out of her eye line.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you want to go? Do you want to stay in the light, or do you want to go under one of the there are
I don't
trees?
think I'm going dark.
But it marches. You watch as Fiara and Kaz they're gonna actually, when they see they're dashing forward right in front of you, Wash. When they see Bryson on top of the statue, they're going to like quick dip the other way, even though they said they were gonna go there. They don't want to get involved in the fight necessarily in that way. So they're dipping into like the more corner of a couple buildings over there to get out of Bryson's sight potentially. And then you hear Israel and Cower kind of like rush behind you as they're flanking you on either side when you start running. So they run past Codex. And that is their turn. Issa.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep following. Or, okay, I'll do, Shade, you got this.
To the darkness.
Yeah, Shay's gone.
Through the darkness that both of us can see through. Nods. Okay. And then she's gonna go quote, like, slowly. So I think she's going to take her first initial, like, 30 feet just to see if she reveals anyone else, like, in her sight.
Within your sight, when you'll be right between Codex and Wash. You will see only Kranar and Celia.
Okay, how far is Kranar from me?
Kranar is exactly 60 feet.
60 feet, okay. I am going to keep pace with Wash, so that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, Israel will probably give you room to stand next to Wash as they kind of like back out to be flanking you both on either side.
Oh, that's so cute.
Cool. Yeah, I think I'll ready a Shield of Faith if Wash gets hit. Or targeted. If Wash gets targeted, I will cast Shield of Faith on Wash.
Alrighty, 1.
Alrighty. I'm gonna move my way more center just to get the light more centered for everyone, hoping that helps. And as I'm like kind of moving my way downtown, walking fast.
How far are you going?
30, I'm gonna go my 30.
Okay, 30 you will get you just next to Terrence.
I'll take a ticket. What I'm gonna do is while I'm going, I look down to V2 and I'm like, let's show them what we've been working on. Operation Big Boy. As she goes and like she kind of like moves her arm over her armor and like a little bit of just the energy kind of like feeds into her hand as she kind of like flicks it at him, casting enlarge reduce. But I'm going to enlarge my boy.
Oh, my God.
He's
Yeah.
the big red dog right now, and he gets an additional 1d4 to his attack rolls. If I don't see anybody, I'm just gonna have him stay by my side to protect me.
Gotcha. Okay.
You're flanked by 2 big boys.
2 big boys.
I want to ride him.
Maybe later. Maybe later, buddy.
Take mounted.
All right. So, who do I want to go for? You watch as Bryson, probably at the top of that statue, he kind of like lets out this like as he like hisses and almost like spits in the air. Basically, almost looks like darkness comes out of his mouth as you watch the 4 or 2 on either side vampire spawns. They will come down close to him. They're still not right next to him, but they're closer now, coming towards you guys. As Bryson will then dash right in front of you two. He'll be about what was the distance?
30 feet.
Yep, he will be in 5, 10, 15. So that'll work.
It would be wisdom save for...
Wisdom save?
Yeah. Sure hope it's not a great one.
Let's see.
How wise is this man?
Yeah.
This very old creature.
12.
Ooh, he fails.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Good.
So, as soon as he pops in, Wash flicks his cigarette at his face and says, "You're mine."
So bitch.
So
Everyone else sweating.
you attempt. The description is: you attempt to compel a creature into duel. One creature that you can see within range must make a Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
On a failed save, the creature is drawn to you, compelled by your divine demand. For the duration, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than you. It must make a Wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from me. If it succeeds that saving throw, the spell doesn't restrict the target's movement for that turn.
You watch as Bryson takes off his jacket to kind of reveal like he's not wearing anything underneath, and he is much larger than he looked like he was. So he is very Dorito bodied up. He has a thin, an itty bitty waist, but he has a huge fucking body, which looks to be like it was almost like, did he magically hide that? Like, because he looks almost like he grows too. He looks now he's about like 8 feet tall, and you watch as he kind of like cracks his knuckles. Statue to statue, let's see you crumble.
Yes.
And he is going to, well, I don't know what I want to do with him.
Isa's looking around, she's like, am I the only one hearing this?
Oh my gosh, Bryson?
There's some epic stuff happening.
Issa sits down and pulls out some popcorn. Like, this is gonna be good.
Oh my god.
He's going to let out his like hand and his other one, and you kind of just watch as his, it's not his nails, but his fingers grow.
Ew.
I'm ready when you are. He's holding an action.
You're about to get fingered.
Shut up! Go to jail.
Jail!
Kranar kind of like, you watch as like, he almost like slinks through the shadows as he comes up to the both of you. Kranar kind of appears and goes, Mr. Rabbit. And you watch as he kind of like opens his sleeves as rats pop out. For this.
God damn it, Craner.
Dum, dum, dum.
Gross.
He's got a rat gun. He's got a rat gun.
It's a t-shirt cannon.
It's like a t-shirt cannon.
Yes.
Cut to Cranar prepping for the fight.
This is gonna get him. It's like a musket where you have to like pound the powder in.
City rabbit.
It's horrible. I'm picturing like a t-shirt cannon like at a basketball game. It's just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we don't make fun of the bad guys, then we'll be too scared to fight them.
So you watch as the two of them, Cranar's gonna like kind of move right next to Bryson as two of them go right in front of Bryson and Cranar, and the other two that pop out flank right in front of Isray and Cower. And they are also going to like grit their teeth but not do anything.
I hate
Israel and
that.
Cower are not going to do anything?
It's not their turn. The rats are going to grit their teeth and not do anything. Celia is going to like kind of like look around and kind of find Shay, just like kind of smile. Shay, if you see her through the trees, you watch as she kind of like looks down to her shoulder and she kind of like takes a piece of her hair and she kind of like traces it along the scar as it goes away. And she looks like she heals a bit.
She sings that song, Tangled. Yes. I'm done. I'll stop it.
Yeah. She is then going to like look around, kind of like almost bug-eyed. Siblings, where are you? As she then disappears. Only Issa and Wash, you will see her appear within 30 feet of you both. She is on the left, closest to Casimir and Fiora. You watch as the other vampires kind of just like all stand like almost like in this like not exactly right next to each other. They're kind of like in a outstretched, like you would be on a baseball field. But they look like they're waiting for you to pass if you're going towards Balthazar. Balthazar's just standing there. Alrighty, Terrence or Terry.
Terry's probably like, he's like breathing heavy, but he looks really fucking confused. He does not know where to go, and he like, if we were standing next to each other, I think he looks at you and he's like, where do I go?
Run forward.
Okay. And he just like
Get the light as far as you can.
Okay, and he's gonna charge, run 40 feet forward.
Before I say anything, I'm going to reset your lights because this is stupid and I can't reset it. Okay, so you run up right next to Codex. You will see in dim light just the conglomeration in front of you. You do not see anything past that.
When I was running forward, did I pass by any of the trash cans that are kind of...
No, unfortunately. You actually are pretty close to one.
I can see one?
You can see one off to your right. You're about 25 feet from it. But it is veering off to the right instead of the group in front of you.
That's fine. He's rubbing his little beans together and he's like, I have an idea. So he's gonna run to the trash can.
So you're using your action to dash?
Yeah.
And then
as a free action,
to pick
I'm
up.
just gonna pick up the lid. Like, as... Not the whole
The
trash
lid.
can. I feel like the
lid.
The lid.
Just the lid.
The lid.
The lid.
Let me reset the light real quick. I wish I could drag drawings, but apparently I can't.
Yeah, it's weird that you can't.
Yeah, he's just there readying his next.
He's not a lot of things, but he's there.
Yeah, he is not. He's holding it like a shield, but he's definitely gonna hit people.
Yes. Okay, Captain America.
Oh, did you just pick up the lid?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna pick up the
We literally had the whole bit and I didn't even put it together.
What?
Oh, I slept.
I was actually thinking
You're gonna hate
I don't think there is a lid. It's just like an open basin. So you can pick it up.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
just metal.
Yeah.
Is that fine?
Yeah, I was gonna use it as an improvised weapon, whether it was the lid that's like
Yeah,
I
you have to
pictured
pick
one of those
up.
metal
Yeah,
trash-
you'd have to pick up. You can pick up like the entire basin of this thing. There's no like trash can lid.
Yeah.
Listen,
He probably has
it's more modern fantasy, but it's not that modern. Okay.
He's probably gonna pick it up just like with one hand and like hold it over his shoulder.
If Terry's going past her and you have the light, she's just gonna be like, get me as much light on them as you can, and she'll like point towards where you've now revealed like.
Oh,
Yeah.
if you point me once I grab that, if you point me in a direction, I will just go there. Like on my next turn.
Yeah.
So
No, you can still go. So you did 25 feet. You picked it up, and you can still move. So 25 feet.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you
I
have
can still move.
15 left.
15. So I will move 15 feet in the direction that Codex pointed.
Oh, good. So you just want me to reset your light again? Here, why not?
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry!
No, it's okay. I just don't know why I can't carry it.
Terry is basically a flashlight that will kick ass for you.
I
So
love
just
it.
tell me where to go, tell me who to hit, and tell me where you want light, because he's a big freaking target at this point. I can, I'm in my second, I can do a single unarmed strike as a bonus action.
That's true. That's true. You're right.
So if I'm next to the rat, I'm just gonna kick it, you know, I love kicking rats!
All right, roll to hit.
Put it over it and then like put your hand on the lid.
Just like trap it.
Like a spider.
There is no lid.
No, I know. I flip it upside down and just turn
yeah.
the rat underneath.
Just sit on the bottom.
Yeah, so it
start
can't fly
kicking.
away.
Yes.
Yep.
Well,
To hit.
17.
To hit?
Yeah.
That'll hit.
Nice.
And I'm just using my foot. That is 11. 13 damage to
13
the
damage?
rat. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Tell me what happens to the rat.
Cool. I actually, because it's bludgeoning damage, I can move the target 5 feet, so I just kick it in. Like,
You kick it up?
Yeah, I kick it up. I kick it up and out. I like punt that bitch across the football.
Yeah, you watch as it flies up for a second, and then you just see like it like kind of just like as you see like from when it gets kicked up, you're like, is it moving? And that's why it looks. Oh no, it's bent.
I bent it. I look at Codex and I
I'm
give
a
her a
bend
thumbs up.
Bend it with Terry.
And your next action,
Yeah.
next attack, be to pick up a rat, bend it, and then set it back down.
I'm not broken, just bent.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And you can say get bent.
As you
Wait, I do.
say it.
Codex a thumbs up and I'm like, get bent.
So by this point, you all start to hear the groanings louder of the undead, and you start to look around you, and you can start to see them all coming in. There's about 5, not really right behind you, but they're getting into your light area, their dim light area one, as well as one that's coming out of the alleyway. There are 2 that are coming off the alleyway that you can't hear or see fully, but you do see the lights through like the brush of the tree that they're underneath. Shay, 2 come towards you. They're not close enough for you yet. You could hit them on your turn. And then looking forward into the darkness, you'll see their pin-light eyes kind of like closer towards the graduation hall itself. Issa,
Right.
roll a perception check.
No. Yep, let's do it. Let's do it.
I only got an 18, so maybe I won't see.
Only.
The
Only
mere
an
fact
18.
that you had to be asked to roll perception, I think we all know where this.
One that is about... So Shay, you have 2 close to you. You have one that's 10 feet from you, and you have one that's 20 feet from you. The one that is 20 feet from you is a tall elf. Looks like he's in kind of like leather armor. The armor you don't recognize, but you do recognize his longer hair that's in a messy bun and his jaw that is kind of falling out as you see the undead version of Guy, your dead lover. He is off to your right. He is exactly 50 feet from you. Shay is close to him. Shay doesn't know who he is. But
That's great to know, thank you. Noted.
so, top of the round, Codex.
This is a very rare chance that something will happen, but I just want to know. I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt at Cranar.
Excellent.
What do I have to roll?
I have to roll a ranged attack. Woo! That's a 19 for a 27 to hit.
I'm not even going to check the stat block. Yep.
Okay. I roll 1d8 to determine what type of damage. This is going to be thunder. And then if I roll another 8 on my other d8, this will jump to another target. It's a 3. Fuck. So he is going to take 8, 9, 10, 11. He's going to take 12 thunder damage as she just yells, Cranar! Just like throws like this thunderbolt like straight at him, and it just hits him and then explodes on him.
Yeah, so it probably like hits his face, and you just watch as he kind of like rabbit. As he's gonna like look over at you, probably through washing Issa, he'll see you between his like very bright white eyes will lock yours between Wash and Issa.
Since it's Chaos Bolt, it as it like arcs at him, it seems to shift between multiple like elements because it kind of just doesn't pick until impact.
Gotcha.
So it goes from like a cold to a fire, and then when it hits him, it's just electricity. Sorry, it's thunder. She kind of like hesitates for a second, just because she just surged, and everything is fine because I rolled high, so it's now up to a 2.
Alrighty, Wash.
Cool. I'm going to preface this and apologize to Issa and the 2 blood beasts.
Okay.
Wash is going to look over to Cranar and say, "You're next," and then
He just smiles.
Radiant consumption.
What do I have to do for that?
Nothing. It's just now 10 feet radius bright light around me, 10 feet dim light further. Sorry.
Do I have any light spells?
Let's see. Can you cast light?
I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
I love circles.
You know, this
Cast dancing lights. Cast dancing lights and start
Mine's a
moving them on
cube.
every turn.
Mine's a cube, so it'll be a different shape.
20-foot radius.
Holy shit.
You will then see in the dim light of yours, Celia, as well as part of one of the other vampire spawns on the very edge, closest to where Casimir and Fiara are off to your like diagonal left.
Okay. So that's my action. I'm not really gonna move.
Any damage from that, or just like
Yeah, at the end of my turn, they take half my level in radiant damage.
everybody within range?
Everyone within 10 feet of me.
It'll hit everybody but Bryson, Cranar, and Codex within that conglomeration.
So they all take 4 radiant damage.
Dang. Okay.
His head kind of like drops back and light shoots out of his eyes. That same like kind of wispy burning light.
Excellent.
It's so cool. You look like the Avatar.
The rats are still good. You watch the kind of like singe from it for a second for Radiance to Terrence and Issa. Shay, so you have your undead on your right, and then you have your full friends on the left. Now, within the dim light, you can see Celia on the opposite side of the conglomeration.
Got it. Shay's going to. If I can get towards the conglomeration with a dash, I'll do that.
Yeah, you can. They're well within dash range.
Okay.
So you actually have extra movement.
Great. I am. As she's dashing, both daggers are going to appear, and she's going to throw one at each of the rats.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you want to get in with melee range, or do you want to just? You can
I can
be
throw
flanked
within
by
20 feet.
You can. Yep.
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
want to get within melee range, or do you want to be within like do you want to flank next to Cower and Terry? Because
I want to flank.
Noted. So nobody is stepping in there. That's fine. Yep. All right. So Shay is now right next to Terry, right next to Cower.
One was a 26 to hit. The
Will hit.
other was a 14.
14 will hit.
Sweet.
I think that
We'll say 7 damage for the first one, whichever one it hits, and then it's 5 for the other one.
they're both still up, but they are looking really bad. The De Martas, you kind of watch as like you hear Celia go, siblings, and Fiara and Kaz both turn. You watch as they both turn to look at Celia, and then Fiara and Casimir kind of turn to each other for a second, and Celia says, "What? Lots for words. You and me. I guess I can do it," says Casimir. And you watch as Casimir just kind of like, he takes his shawl, and he's going to hand it to Fiara, as he's just wearing like this very tight black, almost like a turtleneck black that goes all the way up to his wrists that have or his hands that have like the...
Love it.
Yeah, like whatever, the things that go through the middle finger is very hot and sexy. And he like dashes to Celia, and then he's gonna try to grapple her. So let's see if he does.
By the throat.
He does. Nice. Yeah, you watch as Celia's a little bit taller than him too. Kaz is about probably like 5, 10, 11, just shy of 6 foot, maybe 6 foot, and Celia's about 6'1". And you watch as Casimir just like kind of like within a blink of a flash, like grabs her throat and then just like lifts her up and looks at her like deadpanned. And Fiara continues to run, and you watch as she like runs to the corner of one of the buildings that's nearest to where Balthazar is. And you can see in her right, she kind of stuffs Casimir's. It's like one of those like half cloak things.
Yes.
Shoves it into her bag, and she pulls out the book and puts it in her right hand. Yeah, Issa.
Yeah, okay. She is distracted by Guy, but I think before she heads over that way, she's going to take 2 swings on Cranar.
All right, as you make your way to Cranar, you will walk into both ranges of the rats who've been holding their actions as they will launch to attack you. Well, they're not missing anyway. The highest I got was a 14.
No.
Okay, you watch as they both like kind of launch as you push them off, and you get right up to Cranar. I don't think I've met you.
Hi, I'm Issa, and then I want to
You're
take
gonna
2 swings. Yeah. Hi, I'm Issa, and then I take 2 swings with my great axe, and I'm just gonna try to hit him in the chest.
Noted. Roll to hit.
That's so funny.
Hi, I'm Shelly. Hi.
Love her.
My first one was only a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Oh, cool. And then the second one was a 20, not natural. Just
Yep, both will hit.
Mod 20, and I'll do a Divine Smite on one of them.
Noted.
24 slashing, and then 18 radiant.
Damn.
How much altogether?
Or 18 and 24, so...
So, 32, 42.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
What I'll say is Cranar is now bleeding. Tell me how he started to bleed.
I think her first hit was a regular axe hit, and then
You probably like hit him and he kind of. Oh, you're gonna have to do much better than that, sweetheart.
okay, and then she hits him again, like the like top of the near his neck, and like there's a explosion of blue arcane energy probably as it hits into his skin, and it probably like crackles through the injury.
You kind of watch as it hits his neck and it kind of cleaves into him a bit. He's like as you hit him, and then you see that the arcane blast that you did, it starts to like crawl through. Probably the first slash, you kind of cut some of his shirt so you can see is like a little bit of his exposed chest, and then when you slash again there, you see what looks like the blue arcane flows through parts of his veins and they explode. And he's like bleeding. He's like,
That much better?
yeah, all right. Well, it's Balthazar's turn, but he'd just be doing what he'd be doing.
Oh, I'm not done.
Oh, gotcha.
Great.
Yeah, I rolled really low on my am I going to stay and fight next to Wash, and I am going to Misty Step and close. I'll get within 20 feet of the two undead.
So you can Misty Step immediately to 15 feet of Guy.
No, well, okay, then I will just do that.
Before that happens, as you try to Misty Step out, which I'm going to ask you to describe what it looks like, he like tries to swipe and grab you, and he says, "You're not going anywhere, bitch." For 22.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That'll be 12 slashing.
He probably just like nicks her with that, and she's like, "I am," and then she just disappears, and like, just like it's kind of like static blue arcane energy. I think like I don't want to take Codex's thing, but it's just one of those like, it's like something's on the fritz. Like you're like walking through 20th century, like. I don't know. And there's like
TV
smiths
static.
and stuff, and it's just like the. Do you know what I'm talking about? I can't describe.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Is it like a glitch almost? Like it kind of like.
Kind of. Like the sparks that fly when you're like in a forge or something. It's like that, but like it's blue.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Okay, we got there.
As you get within 20 feet of him within this light, Issa, you do notice immediately, like, that's Guy. There was probably a hint of doubt that maybe it's not him, but there's no denying it now. It's him. And he looks... The undead almost look, when they're moving, like they're in pain. His jaw is a little dislodged. His hair is messy, but still in the bun that you remember it that same day. And now at a closer look, you see his arm is almost... His, like, bicep is crushed in, as well as one of his legs is crushed in, like his thigh. Almost like you're seeing parts of the things that might have killed him. As he kind of lurches towards you as well, you do notice it looks like part of his back was ripped out. You kind of get frozen in a moment of seeing who used to be the love of your life in this pained, undead state of just desolate sadness. And since this is a long fight, we will pick up here next time. See you then.
The Table is Yours releases episodes in video and podcast format every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific. You can follow The Table is Yours everywhere by the handle @TTIYDND. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you at the table next time.